There's something quite exciting about setting off on a new mountain path for the first time into the unknown. So it's a bit of a giveaway, that Scafell Pike, because it's got about 30 people standing on the top of it.
Okay, it's Tuesday the 18th of July. It's just coming out 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm still on the Langdale site. I'm provisionally I'm booked in until Friday, due to leave on Friday, but I've just been discussing with the manager of the site, organised that I can stay for an extra week, so I'm not actually going to be leaving until the 28th of July. And they've done it at the lower rate for me, because apparently the rates go up then, because it's like high season, which is great, and they're really friendly. And turns out one of the women who does the booking, she spends a lot of time living in a van, so they understand, you know, my kind of predicament. So it's great. It means I've got an extra, you know, I've got 10 days here. And the Langdale Valley, there's just so much to do here. I mean, I could extend it again. I mean, the weather's been terrible again this morning. It's been absolutely chucking it down with rain. All the poor DME kids are going off again in the torrential rain. Absolutely torrential rain, like monsoon, you know. The last time I seen rain like this was in Bali in 1999 when I went backpacking. It's literally that bad. But you know, there's a lull in between, and then you get all this activity, people kind of head out. But yeah, I'm feeling really comfortable here. I'm seriously thinking that I could relocate to this kind of area. I don't know whether I'd be able to afford to rent somewhere around here, but it's just so nice. But yeah, so there's a bus just about to leave, and you can pick it up from the end of the drive, which is like 5 minutes walk from here. So I think the next one's about 11:30, so I'll probably edit a couple of, or start editing another YouTube video and head out. I'm gonna just, they've got a really good little food shop here, but it's really expensive, and there's not much variety. It's like £3 something for a loaf of bread, fancy bread. So I'm gonna go into Ambleside on the bus, which takes about half an hour, which would be fun. It'd be interesting to go on that bus, and stay in town for a couple of hours, buy a big food shop, stock up. There's absolutely no phone signal here or internet, so I don't really want to do any work, but I'm just going to double check that there aren't any emails that I need to reply to. I might just go and sit in a cafe and just check on my phone. At some point I might drive off for a day or half a day to try and upload some YouTube videos somewhere, because there is no signal here. I could just go and find a nice car park somewhere just for the day and then come back. And the manager here is happy for me to kind of move around the site a little bit. Apparently this, where I'm parked at the moment, will become extremely busy from this weekend, because it's the first weekend of the holidays. And at the moment I'm parked sort of longitudinally along the road, but I will have to park at a right angle. I ended up apologising to the booking lady in there today, because I am a little bit on the autistic spectrum. I found out a couple of years ago, and sometimes I don't realise how frustrating people are getting about stuff. You know, she was trying to help me to get booked on, and I kept saying I want to be where my solar panel will get some sunshine. But anyway, I apologised to her this morning. She was lovely about it. So, but yeah, so that's the state of play. My legs are quite sore again today after yesterday's thing. I have upped the ante quite quickly, really, and my Achilles are a little bit sore, but I know why this is. And day before yesterday I started doing strengthening, like glute strengthening exercises again. I've started doing press ups, and I've been doing core work for about 2 or 3 weeks now, 3 weeks probably. So if I'm going to do this sort of kind of mountain activity, I need to make sure my core strength is up to scratch, and my glutes, you know, I will gain quite a lot of strength from doing that. And even after doing a few press ups and stuff, I notice my body is sort of toning up again. And as I've mentioned before, I've had this kind of lazy left arm situation, which is a historic thing that goes back to problems with my Achilles and some other injuries I had. And also I had a fractured rib that resulted from that awful coughing issue I had. And yeah, so I couldn't really, if I swung my left arm like I did the other, like I should with it, you know, as I would with the other arm, it was just really painful. So it goes back to that, but I've been more aware of that in the last weeks, and I was looking at the videos I took yesterday, and it looks as though I'm getting much better at that. I'm getting more balanced. But if I keep doing my glute exercises and stuff, then it'll get much better. So yeah, if you've seen me running in a very old wonky style with my left arm, that's why that happens. But you know, it's all work in progress, and that's one of the good things about doing YouTube videos. You know, you see yourself running and think, oh my god, that looks awful, and you know, gives you an idea of how to improve your running. You know, I've never been a super strong runner, never will be probably, but you know, I love what I do, and it is what it is, really.
Okay, it's Wednesday 19th July. It's about 11:30. Been a bit slow to get going this morning. I didn't sleep hugely well last night, and then when I got back to sleep, I woke up feeling tired. I've been chatting to one of my neighbours on the campsite who's an ex-climber, married with 4 kids, but out on his own for a little trip. Yeah, same kind of age as me, have a lot in common. I've just been catching up really, just talking. Yeah, and the body's not feeling, it's feeling a little bit reluctant to get started, so I'm just doing my little warm-up. I just run like 100 metres or so, and then walk for a bit, just gradually coax the body into life. So I'm heading up the valley, the Langdale Valley, up towards Tarn, and then when I get up there, I'll see how I feel. If the body's feeling good, then I am going to possibly carry on to Scafell. If not, I'm going to come back along Crinkle Crag, some of the other crags there. But the weather's looking better this afternoon. It's going to be really sunny, so I'm just going to take it as it comes. I've got several options, so yeah, I'm just going to do that today. So the last 2 trips I've done, I've gone up and down, finished down here along this path. And today we're going up the southern side of the valley on a path that starts lower there. Not quite sure where it tops out here. It'll become a lot more obvious once we get to the bottom of it. But it goes up to Tarn, and then from there I can decide whether to come back along the pikes or go for Scafell. I'll probably go for Scafell if the legs are feeling good. I've been speaking to quite a few really lovely people who are out here in the lakes doing similar things, walking and running. And you know, when we discuss our own journeys, and my fledgling YouTube channel, they all say, you know, the health aspect is definitely something I should you know, refer to quite a bit, just to maybe help other people who are suffering from, you know, illnesses or injuries, you know, inspire them to come back and, you know, try again. Just been chatting to a guy who used to rock climb a lot. He lost some friends through accidents, and he's just coming back after 20 years. So, you know, lots of really fascinating stories and journeys that people are taking. Yeah, so I will be making a regular reference to that, not because I'm a hypochondriac, but just because, you know, personally, for me, it's good to be able to check in with my progress. And as I've been going through editing videos, and, you know, seeing myself getting stronger. It's great for me to be able to recognise that. But I still have to be kind of respectful of the issues I've had and the illnesses I've had, and be respectful to my body, because it is still, you know, adjusting to the recovery process. And if I overload it, I could aggravate an Achilles injury. My calf is a little bit tight this morning, so I'm being really steady with my warm-up today. Instead I'm running a bit, walking a bit, and I don't care what people think about that. You know, I'm doing what's right for me, what's right for my body, and still gonna have an amazing time. So the path looks like it goes up the right hand side of the little valley there. Let's get up there and have a look. Right, okay, I've just checked the map, and it does follow on the northern side of the gill until it gets to the top, and then it kind of zigzags back, and then it heads off kind of north, kind of northwest for a little bit, and then it starts sort of heading more southwestish towards Scafell, and I should be able to see it from the top. But okay, let's get started on this climb. It's probably going to take about half an hour. There's something quite exciting about setting off on a new mountain path for the first time into the unknown. Yeah, I'm loving this. Right, the path is suddenly getting a bit steeper here. I'm just going to go into that little valley up there. This is the view. Looking back down the valley. It's really interesting, you know, the people you meet on these trips. And on the whole, I'd say like 90%, 99% of people that you meet are friendly. And I just passed a young guy in his 20s who looked as though he had the troubles of the world on his shoulders. And he said hello, but he didn't look very happy. I just started wondering what could be going on in his life. And then about 10 minutes later saw a second lad who I think is probably with him, who looked as though he wanted to punch me in the face. Didn't look very happy at all, and it looks like they're a pair out walking in the hills who've maybe several days in, who've fallen out temporarily, probably through being very tired. But anyway, I'm very happy and willing to chat to people. Okay, I've just reached this cairn. It's interesting because from here it's not obvious where the path goes. I'm not sure if it goes up left and up or straight up there, but we'll soon find out. So this path has been zigzagging up through this kind of coombe, and again I can see where it goes for the next 20 meters, and then you can't actually see where it is. I guess it's going to take me up through there, but we'll soon see. But this is our current view. Those are the Langdale pikes there, and then up there is kind of Thurnacore, Knot and High Raise. It's the path that keeps you guessing. It actually turned right where I thought it was going to go left, and now I've just come to this little col going there. I've just passed someone. He said that once you get to Hause it's about an hour to Scafell, and that's the point where I can decide whether I do that or come back along the southern half of the Langdale Horseshoe. Okay, this is Angle Tarn. we're going to go up there, and then up there we can decide which direction we're going to go, whether we come back along these or carry on to Scafell. Right, I'm now at Escals, and to go to Scafell is basically up over that saddle and about 1.5 kilometres, 2 kilometres in the other direction. Quite a few people up here. I keep getting caught up by people. I got overtaken by a hardcore runner with 2 dogs, and then this guy walking just appeared with a dog out of nowhere. So I think a lot of people are kind of quite off-piste, as it were. I'm on some of the main trails. I'm going to keep pushing on. I'm going to go to Scafell and probably take a direct route back. I might take in a couple of pikes on the way back, I'm not sure yet, see how legs feel. So it's a bit of a giveaway that Scafell Pike, because it's got about 30 people standing on the top of it. So it looks like it goes up and down on it a little bit to get there, but yeah, nearly there. So I'm just going to take it steady on this end, and then on the way back I might push it a little bit and see if I want to take in the other pikes. I think I'm going to save them for another day for a shorter run, because my legs might not take too many of these. But yeah, nearly there. Right, I've just come through that tricky boulder field. That's our view. We're going up that last little steep ascent. At the top of Scafell. It's quite cool and windy up here, but the views are pretty amazing. Quite a few people up here. Did it in 2 hours 52, doing a steady pace. It's really tricky underfoot for this last kind of mile, but so not much running opportunities there. But when I head back, I think I'm going to go back the same route. There's quite a lot of running opportunities back there. I'm not sure if you're going to hear this audio, but anyway, it's a good looking up here. I'm on my way down now, but there are a couple of sections like this. They last for maybe 1/4 mile each. It's just like really tricky, rough boulder sections, which you can kind of hop and skip over them a little bit, but you've got to know what you're doing to run. So we're going to go down there. We have to go to the left hand side of the shoulder and then back down to that col and then down. I could go along the tops, but I'm going to save that for another day. So this cairn marks the path down to Tarn again, and that takes us back into the Langdale Valley. That's the pikes, down a corn knot, high raise. There's so many amazing peaks around here. Right, that's if you can hear me. The pole's been stashed. It's downhill pretty much all the way now, so I think my legs are going to get quite beaten up on this. I'll take it nice and steady. What a view! And finally back down into the Langdale Valley. Down here, and the little zigzag path there is the path right up behind the campsite. So where those trees are is the campsite. So it's probably a couple of miles, 2.5 miles now. Actually, I've just checked my watch. I've done 2.5, so it's another 3.8 miles. Yeah.
It's 20. Hello. It's 20. Oh my god, all the time.